Hey, Central New York, what is happening? Well, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in 2026, you really want to watch this video because we're going to review 2025, the housing market trends, and we're going to talk about where we think 2026 is going. So again, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home or both in 2026, this information could be very useful to you. So let's take a look at the numbers and talk about the factors that may or may not affect going forward in 2026 for the housing market in Central New York. Now, the numbers that we're looking at today, most of those numbers are just Onondaga County. We're not talking about Oswego, Cayuga, or Madison County, but for the most part, Onondaga County, because that's where the lion's share of business is done in Central New York. If you live in Oswego, Cayuga, Madison County, and you would like more detailed information, feel free to reach out to me. So let's look at the numbers. So new listings for the month of December 2025 versus month of December 2024. New listings were down 13.6%, 152 new listings versus 176 new listings. And year to date, the new listings were up 2%, 4,657 new listings versus 4,566 new listings. That's almost flat. That's a very slight increase, and when you take the difference and you divide it by 12 months, it's basically negligible. It was pretty flat as far as new listings this year versus last year. Now, very important, 50.4% of the new listings, so a little more than half of the new listings, were homes priced between $150,000 and $300,000. And that's very important because that's where most of the new buyers, first-time home buyers are. And so that's where the most competition is for homes as far as the market here in Central New York. Pending sales for the month were down 41.9%, 129 pending listings versus 222 pending listings. Now that's fairly significant. Year to date, we are looking flat as far as pending sales are concerned. It was up 0.1%, 3,863 pending sales versus 3,867 pending sales. So you're looking for four pending sales divided by 12 months. That's about as flat as you can get. So pending sales, homes that are under contract waiting to close, were pretty much flat for the year. However, 52.1% of pending sales were homes that were priced between $150,000 and $300,000. Again, that's where the first-time home buyers are, and that's where at least half of the home sales are coming from. That's where the competition for the homes are for the most part. Closed sales, which are homes that successfully transferred ownership, for the month were down 6.7%. 335 closed sales this December versus 359 closed sales last December. And for the year, closed sales were up 1.9%, 3,916 closed sales versus 3,844 closed sales. Again, pretty flat. Okay, so 2025 was pretty much a mirror of 2024 when it comes to some of these statistics. Days on the market until sale were flat for the month of December versus December last year. 18 days on the market versus 19 days on the market. It was actually a drop of 5.3%, but you're talking one day. So that's really negligible. And year to date, again, up 5.6%. 19 days versus 18 days. It's a difference of one day. But keep in mind, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, days on the market until sale we were looking at 2 or 3 days. So the number of days until sale have increased somewhat, okay, but still less than 30 days. So if the house is priced right and it's in the right area and it looks right, it's going to sell rather quickly, and you should get multiple offers. Now the average days on the market for homes that were priced between $150,000 and $300,000 was 13 days. For homes priced $400,000 and up, 33.8 days. So again, you can see where the price range is, where the demand is, based on those statistics. Median sale price. This is the price that we like to look at because it's the best indicator, it's the best barometer of where home prices really are. And median sale price for the month of December versus December of 2024 was up 8.2%, $265,000 versus $245,000, so an increase of $20,000. That's pretty significant. If you're a home buyer, $20,000 increase is pretty significant. Year to date, the median sale price was up 9.6%, $274,000 versus $250,000. So for the year, a median price increase was about $24,000. Again, that's pretty significant. That has to do with your buying power, how much home you can buy, and certainly it has to do with your monthly payments. The more you can put down, the better off you are, but that's where the median prices were for the year. Now the average sale price, which a lot of people focus on, was up 12.5% for the month of December, $317,521 versus $282,231. That's quite significant. But remember, with the average sale price, you're throwing in a lot of new construction, which are higher priced. Also, you get a few sales in Skaneateles or Manlius, or some of the areas where, you know, we've got the significantly higher priced homes. That's certainly going to affect the average sale price, which is why we like to look at the median sale price for the barometer. Year to date, the average sale price was up 13.2% in Onondaga County, $332,909 versus $294,147. So the average sale prices continue to rise. For the year, we were up 13.2% in Onondaga County. Realtor.com and some of the other national websites are predicting that in 2026 the average sale price is going to go up over 12% in our area. So again, we're looking at some probably some significant price increases in 2026 because again, there's just not going to be enough homes to satisfy buyer demand. With Micron breaking ground this January, the speculation's going to go up. The demand for new construction is going to go up because that's the only source of new homes at this point in time, and that's certainly going to affect the average sale price because new construction is significantly higher priced than resale homes for the most part. The percent of list price received. Now this is a pretty significant number to look at. That's the ratio between the asking price, the full asking price, and the price that was actually received for the purchase of the home. The percent of list price received for the month of December versus December 2024 was down 0.9%. 102.6% of list price received versus 103.5%. And year to date, it was down 1.4%. 104% versus 105.5%. Now, the significance of this number is when homes are selling for above full asking price, it's because we're still getting multiple offers. We're not getting as many multiple offers for the most part as we were getting a year and a half, 2 years ago when we were getting 20, 25 offers on a house, depending on the price range and the location. But we're still getting multiple offers. That's the only reason someone would pay more than full asking price. But the other significant thing about this number that people really need to take into consideration is the percent of list price received is based on the last list price for a home, meaning if a home was priced at $300,000 and then the price was dropped to $280,000, and then they got multiple offers and it sold for above $280,000, the percent of list price received is based on the 280, the last list price, not on the 300. So what does that mean? It means pricing your house right to begin with is extremely, extremely important. Okay, and that's why if you're going to sell your home, you need an experienced agent to sit down with you, go over similar homes to yours, what they sold for, where they were priced at, and come up with a strategy that's going to get you the most money for your home. Okay, and so again, getting an experienced agent is very, very important. And if you're a buyer, having an experienced agent is very, very important too, because they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to help you negotiate the price on the house and get you the best deal possible under the circumstances. Okay, it's still a seller's market, so buyers are still at a disadvantage, but you still need an experienced agent to help you through that. Now, the inventory of homes for sale was up 15.3%, 418 versus 397. That sounds, the percent-wise, it sounds like a lot, but in raw numbers, it's really not that big of a deal. The month supply of inventory, that is, under current market conditions, how many months would it take to completely sell the number of homes that are on the market right now? And the month supply of inventory was up 8.3%, which sounds like a lot, but it was 1.3 months worth of inventory versus 1.2 months worth of inventory. And as I've said, if you look at my past videos, probably for the last 2.5 years, I've told you, a balanced market is 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. A seller's market is less than 4 months worth of inventory. And a buyer's market is more than 6 months worth of inventory. Clearly, we're still in a seller's market. There's still not enough inventory to satisfy the buyer demand out there. Now, a very important number, which I started giving this statistic a few months ago, started adding this to my report, is the Housing Affordability Index. The Housing Affordability Index tells us how affordable the median priced homes are that are on the market for people who have a household income in the median household income range. Okay, and the Housing Affordability Index for the month of December was up 1.2% from December of 2024, meaning houses were a little more affordable, barely more affordable this December than they were last December. It was down 13.4% in December of 2024, which means that the houses were much less affordable in December 2024. So the fact that it's up 1.2% sounds really positive, but it's really not a very significant change. Now, year to date, it's down 4.1%, which means the median priced home is less affordable for households with the median price income. For the last 3 years, 2023, it was down 8.5%. For 2024, it was down 11.4%. And for 2025, it was down year to date 4.1%. So homes are still less affordable. Okay, the median priced home is still less affordable for the household with the median income. And that's because home prices are increasing faster than wages are increasing. The list price per square foot, how much are homes selling for? What's the dollars per square foot? For December of 2025, it was $169 a square foot. For December 2024, it was $159 a square foot. And for December 2023, it was $150 a square foot. We started out this year, this January, at $169 a square foot. So as you can see, the the cost per square foot has continued to increase steadily over time. Why is that? Cost of materials, cost of labor, and just the price of homes, because the price of homes have continued to increase due to supply and demand. And that's always going to be the factor that's going to really affect home prices the most, is supply and demand. What's out there for the number, how many homes are out there for the number of buyers that are out there in the price ranges that they can and the locations that they can afford. So again, where are we going for 2026? Realtor.com and a number of other national websites and national publications are saying in the Syracuse area, homes are going to increase in price by about 12.5% in 2026. The average sale price for Onondaga County was up 13.2% in 2025. So these are unprecedented price increases, and it's been this way for the last 3 years. Back in the day, we would see 2 to 3% increase a year in home prices, no more. And the micron factor is going to start having an effect. So the bottom line is, if you're a buyer, you want to get out there and you want to buy as soon as possible, because the prices are only going to go up. And if you're a seller, you're going to want to price your house right so that you can get the maximum amount of money for your home and the best terms as far as the purchase contract is concerned. I've been selling homes in this area for over 25 years. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, please reach out to me. Feel free to contact me with any questions. We can get together and discuss your goals and see what we can do to accomplish your goals. So I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to hear from you.